Okay, we're back. So everybody in class now has their packet, and I hope you at home have your packet in front of you. So if you look at your packet, the first thing on there was to watch the Together lesson on YouTube. So do you guys need to do that are here in class?
No.
No, because you were here. So you know what you can do? You can give yourself a check mark. See, isn't that fun? That's why I created this, so you feel like you're accomplishing something. It's not just listening to Jamie's hot air. You're actually accomplishing something. Okay, so now you at home, if you're at home, you are now watching the lesson, so give yourself a little check. And if you're here in class, give yourself a little check because you're here. And now, give yourself a little clap because you made it out of bed this morning. And you're here! Okay, excellent. So now, we're going on to review. And it says we're going to review the writing process, nouns, verbs, and sentences. Now the writing process we kind of talked about a lot this morning already. We talked about it being the tower, where we think, organize, write, edit and revise, and rewrite. So we're working on this part of the tower. Then we're going to play a game on Quizlet. Are you guys ready? See what you remember. And if you're still having trouble with Quizlet out there, let me know. So for you who are here in class, I'm going to give you bells, and I want you to think of a fun name for yourself, because you can earn some points for yourself here. Try and think of a word that describes you that starts with the same letter as your first name. So for me, I would call myself Joyful Jamie. Susie, oh, are you okay if I use your name? Okay, what would your name be? If you can't find one in 2 seconds, I'll think of one for you.
Okay.
You are Super Susie.
Oh.
Hey, Super Susie. And who do we have over here? We have Marvelous Maria. Marvelous Maria. And who do we have over here? Oh, I don't know. Do we allow that? Joyful Joy? Okay, we'll allow Joyful Joy. Joyful Joy. Joyful Joy. And who do we have over here? We have Helpful Helena. Of course. None other than Helpful Helena. Okay. So, I'm going to project the card, and if you think you know the answer to that card, you have a chance to win a point by ringing your bell and telling me the best answer you can. All right. Number 1. What is grammar? Don't ring your bells all at once. What is grammar? Ring that bell. They're in suspense online. They can't wait any longer. Anybody? Okay, Susie, ring your bell. She's about to ring her bell.
I'm not sure.
She's not sure. She's not ringing her bell. Who's ringing their bell? Bang. Oh, okay, Marvelous Maria, go ahead.
Well, I mean, grammar is like writing the correct words. I mean, making sure
Making sure you use the correct words, writing the correct words. Should we give her a point? You guys think anyone want to add anything to it? I'm going to give her half a point. Where is she? She gets half a point. Let's see. It's the rules of the language. Okay? Grammar is the rules of the language. Are you ready? What is a verb? Come on, let me hear those bells. Super Susie.
It's actions.
Let's check it out. Can we give her a full point? Half a point? It's an action word or a state of being. So am, is, are. I think you deserve half. So don't forget that those am, is, are also verbs, right? But there's action words for sure. Yep, thank you. What is a noun?
Person, place.
Super Susie!
Person, place, or thing.
Yay! She gets a point. Let's see, what is a noun? It is a person, place, or thing, activity, or idea. That's where it gets kind of hard. Activity or idea, right? How does that become a noun? Like love, right? But you get the point. Okay? What is a sentence? So we started talking about this last week. What is a sentence? Even if you weren't here, you can ring your bell. Joyful Joy. So let's think. What does a sentence need to have? Yep.
a topic.
Okay, it needs to have a topic.
Yeah, subject.
Uh-huh.
and
Oh,
noun,
subject,
verb.
yep. It needs a subject, which is our noun. And where does that usually come in a sentence?
Usually before, or, yeah.
First. Try, usually right at the beginning, right? Yep, and then we need
The verb.
the verb, yep. And what else do we know about a sentence?
It finishes an idea.
Right, it gives one complete thought. Yeah, complete thought. And how does it start and how does it end? Other than having a subject and verb.
Capital letter at the front
Oh,
and a period or a question mark or an exclamation
yeah,
mark
so
at the end.
some kind of punctuation at the end, right? Excellent. Capital at beginning. Okay, I think you guys all deserve a point. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, let's see. A group of words that expresses a complete thought, starts with a capital letter, ends with a period. It needs a subject and a verb. Okay? What is the subject of a sentence?
Person, place, or thing.
It's what or who the sentence is about. It usually is at the beginning of the sentence. Without it, the sentence is not complete. I think we'll give Super Susie a point for that. Half a point? A point. A point. Okay. Don't you guys love keeping score? I feel like kids again. What is a sentence fragment? Anybody? Ding, 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 ding. This is the game show music. Anybody? It does not express a complete thought. It's sometimes missing a subject or a verb. So if you're unsure about that one, we're going to work a lot with that today. So don't worry about that. And what is a run-on sentence?
If you don't,
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
if you don't put like periods in your sentences or like commas or whatever.
Yeah, sometimes we do put lots of commas, but we think that those commas are doing the job of a period, right? So we'll end one thought, we'll start another thought, and we'll just put a comma there. And we have a new subject and a new verb, yeah. So the kind of sentence has more than one complete thought. These thoughts are not properly joined with conjunctions, like the glue words, and, or but, or punctuation. Okay? Awesome. So that was a very speedy review. If you guys want to review this again, of course you can go on Quizlet. Okay? It'll have it on there. Okay, so give yourself a check mark for your in-class review. And you can always go back and watch this video, those of you here in class, and you can always go back to your Quizlet. Okay, now spelling. I asked people, are you actually practicing the words on Quizlet? And a few people were very honest. They wrote back and said yes and not really and stuff like that. So enough people said yes, I want to practice spelling on Quizlet. Enough people did that I actually made a Quizlet. So what I do with that is I look at the words in your work that comes back to me, and I see which words people are struggling with, and then I create a Quizlet. You're welcome to create your own Quizlets. We can talk about that later. But these are some of the words this week that were giving people trouble. So as you know on Quizlet, you can practice these words, especially here in the spelling one. So you do give this a little click. Stressful. Stressful. So remember that there are two S's in the middle of this word and only one L at the end. Stressful. And then you would spell it, type it into here. Okay? So if you have questions about Quizlet, please let me know, because this is a really great way. What I've done on each of the cards is just giving you a hint. Think of joining the words may and be. And what do you get? Maybe. Okay? Any questions about that? So don't give yourself a check mark here in class because you haven't really practiced it yet. So go home and practice those, or on Wednesday when you're here, when you have your free time, you can practice those. Okay, so now we're moving on to sentences. What is a sentence fragment? So everybody in here, I want us to turn to the handout on page 30, and we're going to read what is a sentence fragment. So it should be the first page in your booklet for this week, and it looks like this. Does everybody have this? Let me hear a yay, Jenny. In the class, I don't know, does everybody have it?
Yes.
Yes.
I want yay, Jamie.
Yay, Jamie.
Ah, there we go, yay, Jamie. Okay, so we talked a little bit about this in our Quizlet. So fragments, so it says here, every sentence, you can follow along in your books and you at home. In English, every sentence must have both a subject and a verb. If a sentence does not have both a subject and a verb, it is called a fragment. Fragment means broken piece. A sentence fragment is only one piece of a sentence, not a complete sentence. So there are 3 problems a fragment can have. No subject. Also loves to follow my teenage brother around. We're left asking, who? Who is the also, right? Peter also loves to follow my teenage brother around. Now we have a subject, okay? No verb. He's short for his age and a little heavy. What verb is missing there? Is. Yes, our linking verb or to be verb is. Okay? No subject or verb. And big brown eyes. He, now we have a subject, has, now we have a verb, long hair, and big brown eyes. Now we have a sentence. Okay, so you in class, together with the person next to you, are you guys able to work together? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So together with the person next to you, I want you to flip the page over, and I want you to do the first 3 in practice 6 and the first 3 in practice 7. Together with your partner, I want you to talk about what's missing in those 2. So for the first one, you're reading the sentence and you're identifying the problem. It has no subject. Oops. So you'll write NS if it has no subject, NV if it has no verb, and NSV if it has no subject or verb. So you're only doing 1, 2, and 3 together with your partner. So talk about it. And then for practice 7, you're saying if it's a fragment or if it's a sentence, an F or an S. And again, you're just doing the first 3. So here in class, do those together with your partner, and then we'll see how people are doing. Go ahead.